Creatives, Joseph Sarkar here, and welcome back to Creative Piano Academy. So I've got a really nice video for you today. We're going to look at chords. We're going to look at spicing chords up, adding a bit of magic, and turning some simple block standard chords, you know, the kind of chords we learn when we're first starting out, into something that sounds a bit more magical, a bit more inspirational, get that right hand moving, and basically just get you sounding good, which is what it's all about. So if you haven't smashed that subscribe button yet, then make sure you do, as well as hitting that notification bell so you know when I upload new videos. But stage number one, so for step one, I want to show you what our chord sequence is, and then we'll have a look at how we can get a bit more creative with it. So what we've got here is one of the most epic chord progressions ever. It's super simple. It's literally a 4-1-5 sequence, and if that doesn't make sense, follow along. We've got an F major chord here. Okay, a standard F major chord, so we're going to play F's in the bass, F's in the left, single notes if you want, or octaves if you can, it just adds a bit more grandness there. And we're going to play this straightforward F major triad here. So that's an F, an A and a C, and that's fingers 1, 3 and 5. Okay, so sounds like this. And then we're going to move to a C major chord, so we bring our left hand up to the C, and we play a C first inversion, like this, okay? So we've got thumb on the E, we've got our second finger on the G, and our fifth finger on the C at the top. So it sounds like this, okay? And then our third chord, which is our last chord, is a G major chord. So we move our left hand down to the G, boom, like this. And all we do here is we just turn the wrist a little bit, okay? And we keep our fingering virtually the same. We take our thumb from the E to the D, our second finger stays on the G, and then we just swap this little finger at the top for the G here, for the B here, sorry, finger 4. So we go from here to here, okay? And that's a G major second inversion like this. And notice how what I've tried to do is keep the chords fairly contained, okay? There's not much big movement with that right hand, okay? It's just keeping those chords nice and contained. And what I want you to do is just get used to those chords first. Just want to get used to playing them nice and big. Just get them confident, get them big, loud and proud. Okay? And what'll help here is our timing. So in this video, I want to mix things up a little bit, and instead of being in 4/4 times, so that's 4 beats per bar, we're actually going to be in 3 times. That's 3 beats in a bar, and the reason why I want to do this is it adds a really nice lilt to it and gives it just emphasizes the epicness, you know. So we want to be counting out loud when we do this to start with, just to get used to the timing, like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And don't be afraid to really hit those keys, you know. And if you think this sequence sounds familiar, it does, it's used all the time, but you can do a lot with it. It sounds really nice. So, once you've got used to those chords, step number 2 is about learning a few techniques in that right hand, a few right hand patterns that we can use, that you can learn the principles of them and then just repeat them for any chords you want. But for these chords in particular, I want to show you 4 right hand patterns that you can use at any time with any 3-note chords. So down here, let's take this first chord, this F chord, and for the first time, for the first variation, all I want you to do is spread these notes out in the chord from the top and then the middle and then the bottom, like this. So we go 1, 2, 3, yeah? 1, 2, 3. So we get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we just repeat that principle, that technique, for all 3 chords. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Fingering stays the same. You can play it softly, play it loud, loud and proud, soft, you know? You can play around with it, do what you want with it. Anyway, so that's the first variation. Get used to that, pause the video, do what you need to do. And then, for the next variation in that right hand, we're just going to reverse it. So instead of going from the top to the middle to the bottom, we're going to go from the bottom to the middle to the top, okay? And hopefully what you'll start hearing now are little variations in how these chords sound, what little melodies start poking through, especially when we come to the next bit, which we're going to move on to. I'm really excited about it. But first things first. So here we're going to go bottom, middle, top, and then bottom, middle, top, bottom, middle, top, bottom, middle, top. So it's a really good hand, finger, right hand coordination exercise is this. We're going to go from the top to the top, middle, bottom, top, middle, bottom, top, middle, bottom. And then we're going to reverse it to go bottom, middle, top. And you can hear straight away how it just adds a bit of nice variation there. So those are two variations, and you might have guessed what's coming next. There's two more variations in the right hand which sound equally as good, and that is starting on the middle note. And for those basic level mathematicians out there, we've got two variations here. We can go middle, top, bottom, or we can go middle, bottom, top. Okay, so that's essentially the last two variations. So if I show you that, we go, let's go middle, top, bottom first. So it sounds like this. Yeah, but if we swap that round, we've got something that sounds a little bit different. So there we are, we've got our three chords and we've got four right hand variations, four right hand little patterns that you can use to try and spice it up a bit, sound a little bit more musical. But don't forget as well what we did at the beginning of the video, which is just play those block chords as well. So now for this next last stage in this video, now is about getting creative. Now is about putting in the magic and really trying to dive deep into it yourself and start learning from it, playing with it, experimenting with it. What do you like? What do you not like? Start training those ears up. So if I show you what I mean by that, we can start with, you know, if I was going to start getting creative with this in a simplistic way, then I could just start using any of the variations we've done, plus these block chords, and start putting them in any order. So, for instance, back to block chords. Maybe I'll go from the top. And I'm just thinking of this on the fly, you know, I'm not planning. I'm just using the elements we've done. I'm using the elements we've used and just starting to play around with them and put them in any order I want. That is stage number one of getting a bit more creative. But there is another layer to this which I'm going to end this video on, and that is taking all the elements we've done but going one layer deeper and mixing them up within the actual elements themselves. So that might sound a little bit like gobbledygook, but let me just show you. So let's say we start off with our block chords like this. But now what I might do is I might go middle, top, bottom, middle, top, bottom, top, middle, bottom. Okay, so I'm mixing it within the same sequence there. I'm mixing a middle, top, bottom, and a top, middle, bottom. So if I start playing around with putting these in any order within the actual sequence, little fragments of melody will start poking through, which will make you prick your ears up and you go, well, I like that. I like that. We'll put that in a little box and wrap it up in a ribbon and, you know, put it off to one side. That is something I like. Little bits and pieces you might not like so much and you might think sound a bit, basically not so much what you like. And we'll put that in a box and stick it away because we don't want to use that again. And all of these little ways of experimenting will start building a foundation of musicality inside you. So I'll play around with that just as a quick demonstration, and then I'm going to leave it up to you. I'm just going to pass the mantle off to you. I want you to go off to that piano for hours and hours and hours, have some fun and play around. So here we go. What can I come up with? Using what I've taught you and just putting them in any order. See, okay, sorry, I'm going to stop there. So, what did I do there? So I love these little, like, you'll find the times where there's a step between it, the step between the notes, there's a really nice melody that pokes through. So, and we can have, there, na na, okay, what else? And when you get a little better at it, we can start playing around with the different positions we can play those chords in, you know? So hopefully you understand the principles behind what I've shown you here. You can take it away and run with it, sit at that piano, and just start mining it. Just start hearing those little melodies and developing your own sense of musicianship. Guys, that has been absolutely fantastic. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget, guys, I've also got a premium video for you. You can check out the cards in the information box down below. It's a really nice free video that goes into how to get creative with chords. You're going to absolutely love it. Check that out. As always, stay creative. Thank you for watching. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.